In this video, I tried to paint all the pot plants in Bloxburg, and this is this painting story. Hey y'all, it's been a bit since I've last seen you. Totally not, like, over 7 months. Hi, I'm here. Hopefully, I'm here forever. Well, I was thinking I need to practice art, you know? I need to practice painting. And like the genius I am, I was like, why not paint the plants in Bloxburg? You know, I was initially thinking of doing like every single plant, including trees and flowers and such, but I've realized that may have been too ambitious, so I was like, let's cut it down to 9 plants. There's a lot to cover in this video, so I'm gonna, you know, minimize the talking, and yeah, let's get started. So initially my first idea was to paint outside because the weather was getting really warm and I wanted to take advantage of that, so I was like, you know, let's go paint outside.
Oh, I did not see that coming. Oh my god, stop falling. Water. Okay, so I need a camera stand, so I'm planning to just tape these together so that you guys can see me or paint. I'm gonna cry, my tripod is not standing. I hate this so much. Please look. No. Okay, I'm gonna let go. Please work. Oh, please. I think I give up. I'm gonna go home, try to make a, you know, working tripod, so I can get, you know, good angles, and then tomorrow I'll come back and we'll try painting again.
Well, I never actually came back outside to paint because I learned my lesson. On a good note, I found this ladybug, and I took one picture of it. I meant to record it, but I took a picture by accident, which is such a boomer mistake. I had a lot of footage for this video, and it sometimes took, you know, hours and hours and hours to upload, you know, which wasn't that big of a problem because it also forced me to do my math homework. I was thinking of putting in sort of like reference images because, you know, that's always good to have when you're drawing, but I didn't do that. So I've realized that a lot of the Bloxburg plants aren't actually existent in real life, which kind of made this challenge difficult. Yeah, there were some plants that were based off real life plants, but I also felt like that those were way too realistic, and I didn't really want to get rid of like sort of the Bloxburg flair, you could say. So I decided to keep them the way they are. I started off with the first plants, which is the spiky plant and the rough plant, and you know, I already had a bad start because I spilled a bunch of paint. I spilled a bunch of paint on the table. Yeah, I decided to do 2 plants per page so that it's sort of consistent, sort of matches. I didn't want to go like too big, because then I realized that I wouldn't have enough time to, you know, do all the details and stuff because it's an insane amount of plants. Anyways, I think from beginning you could no, stop, Lena, stop, don't do that. Like, I had this gorgeous pinky peachy color, and I had this brown color for like, I guess the table, you could say, and I don't know what happened, but I didn't like it and decided to ruin it with this mud-like purple color. So now we're painting the paw of the rough plant, which honestly, it's just blue. It's, yeah, I added like, I guess, highlights so that it looks more, you could say, three-dimensional, but all that didn't matter because I'm gonna spoil this for you, and I end up actually restarting this painting. So now I am adding like the pot of the second spiky plant. I think this is where it really escalates because the paint did not actually dry in the background. But again, I'm super impatient. So here's me doing the shadow, messing it up, and then I cried. Never ever, no. Don't smudge with your fingers. Yeah, I think I had this habit of touching things with my fingers, and I just keep doing it. It's like my first reaction, and don't do that. That's bad for you. Anyway, here is a really big paintbrush that I used to do the sort of texture of the spiky plant. I think my grade 9 teacher actually gave me this when I took art, and I sort of kept that paintbrush forever. So I've concluded that this is way too big of a mess. So I was like, okay, whatever, let me restart. So I didn't do like a brand new fresh page. I actually just, painted over it, which is a bad idea because then guess what happened? My paper ripped. So I was like, okay, this is like a mess. Yeah, so I started a brand new fresh page, new year, new me. Actually no, that was kind of random, didn't correlate. Anyways, I had this really cute pinky color, except I didn't mix enough. Anyways, this is the final painting. I think it went alright. Okay, so we're on to our next plants, which are the humble plant and the cactus. Oh my god. So currently I am taping my paper down. I think this is my favorite part. Why am I so genius? So for this painting, I decided to go for, I think it's called analog color scheme, color palette. So I wanted it to be sort of neutral and earthy. I really like the color brown. I think it's one of the most underrated colors ever. So I'm currently drawing the sort of marble texture on the humble plant, and I think marble is a really funny texture because it looks like it's cracked. I think one time I showed my sister marble and she's like, why is it cracked? And I was like, oh, it's supposed to look like that. And she's like, why would anyone want this? I think I like overused brown in this painting, also because I was too lazy to make new colors. So I kind of went, So we're on to our next group of plants, which is the artificial grass and the mini sapling. I think that these are super pretty. I really love. So I was like, I'm gonna try something new and do this sort of planks texture on the ground of the thing, of the painting, and it did turn out really well, which I'm super proud of. I think it's my favorite flooring, and it should be your favorite flooring too, because it's the only superior flooring in Bloxburg. With the mini sapling, I was debating whether I would like make it look realistic, so just a sapling with like 2 leaves on it, or if I should just keep the Bloxburg flair like I said before, and kind of keep it the way it is. And I did keep it the way it is. The Bloxburg mini sapling is just a cube inside of a cube. We have trees that are just cubes inside of a cube. So I was super impatient, and I did continue. So I had to bring in a blow dryer because I didn't want to wait for my paint to dry. I washed my brush and I forgot to dry it, so that kind of happened. So acrylic paint dries fast whenever I need it to slow down, but whereas when I'm painting and I need it to dry fast, it doesn't dry fast. It takes like an eternity. The plant on the left, the artificial grass, you could say, it looks like a coral leaf. You can't argue otherwise. So for this mini sapling, like I said before, it's basically two cubes within each other. Painted a cube first, and then I decided to add a sort of like rotated cube inside of it. It turned out decent, okay? I think you should like it. This is definitely my favorite painting so far, just because it didn't completely flop. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but on the left there is this paint splatter of blue on the ground, which is really bothering me, and I did it by accident, but it's okay because we could just pretend that the person who painted the wall in the picture accidentally splattered paint on the ground and they forgot to wash it off the ground. You know, every painting should have a story, and this is this painting's story. And now already, I think we're on our final two plants, which are the succulent and the pure plant. I sometimes really wonder how, you know, Coeptus or Froggy Hops name these plants, but you know, it's fine. I don't mind their names. So I think this was probably peak of me because first of all, I got a tripod. So you should congratulate me for that because honestly, it's an accomplishment. Second of all, I made like what do you call it? A canvas stand out of wood, which I felt so genius for because I could have just bought one, but you know, I made it my own thing. So I started off with like this purple backdrop. I think purple really complements brown and green. I also like purple. I think it's one of my favorite colors. I have a lot of favorite colors, but I think currently purple, it's probably my favorite. So I went on with like the pot and the soil. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but with this painting, I decided to combine both plants into one sort of like setting instead of like dividing them like I had with my past paintings. Like my math teacher always says, we need new things and different things to make life more interesting. Can't believe I quoted my math teacher. I genuinely love my math teacher. She also had like a cheesecake obsession, so I think we're gonna call her Cheesecake Lady. So so I started off with like a green color with the pure plant. I think pure plant is such a strange name for a plant because I don't know, like what classifies a plant as pure? Tell me that. You have to explain this to me. I think that pure plant is okay. It is just like the humble plant, but in a nicer looking pot. That's the only difference. And it costs more than the humble plant too, which is such an L moment. I think one thing I learned from this was that my angle is really bad. Like my hand is just covering the painting most of the time. You can't really see my brush doing stuff. It's like, I think my fingers are really long. My sister says that it makes me look like a witch, which is so insulting. I'm really happy with how the pure plant turned out. But now I'm on to the succulent. So for the succulent, I'm actually doing like a little line. I'm doing like a little trace using green paint that I will be painting in. The succulent has so many complex organic shapes, so it's important to, you know, not mess up and make it look natural, you know. So I think I used 3 shades of green for the succulent, which I was super proud of because it was an upgrade from my paintings that I painted in this video. So for the table, I wanted to do actually brown in the beginning, but then I was like, nah, that would really throw it off. So I decided to do this sort of darker shade of purple that I kept remixing. I kept adding black to my paint. I think black is really dangerous in terms of mixing color. One teeny tiny drop of black paint can completely destroy your paint. Yeah. Also, I think my paper was really heavy, so it was kind of falling off. So I've come with this dark purple. I really like this color. I just love purple. I think it's really nice. It's beautiful. Purple. I think that if I were a color, I would definitely be purple because of, I guess, the way I dress. Like, I don't dress in purple, but like purple feels so elegant and royal, yet so mystical, and it just goes well with so many things. I'm sorry, I think I'm going off topic with my obsession about purple. So I'm currently working on the shadow. I really like painting shadows. I think it's really fun. It's like re-experiencing what you're painting but without color, and I just really enjoy that. Also, if you think about it in terms of shadow, the pots are standing in front of a wall, but the way that the shadows are, coming, it's like the light source is from the wall. If we think about it, it doesn't really make sense, but we're gonna ignore physics right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but I did not do the hanging plant, and I think that was because how do I come up with a good excuse? I don't know. I didn't forget, but I got too lazy, perhaps. I think this is it. Please let me know which painting is your favorite. If you really enjoy like painting Bloxburg type of videos like this one, make sure to subscribe and a like and comment and let me know if you liked it, because I could, come up with ways to make something similar to this. So just saying, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you next Friday. Bye.